If you're a frequent PNW Haunts and Homicides listener, you probably already know we're Birdie ambassadors.
We wanted to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit more about this awesome product.
Birdie is the modern personal safety alarm made for women by women.
In a situation where you feel threatened or unsafe, you can simply activate Birdie's loud siren and flashing light to create a diversion.
Birdie is perfect to carry anytime because the device is lightweight and comes in a variety of colors.
So important. Use our ambassador link and coupon code PNW Haunts and Homicides to receive 10% off your purchase. Like our social media handles, the coupon code is all spelled out, no special characters.
You can find the link and promo code in our show notes or PNW Haunts and Homicides link tree.
Have a safe ass day. As indie podcasters, we love to show our support of other awesome shows. So stay tuned for the promo we've got to share with you this week.
Let's show them some love. You can find their info in our show notes.
Hey, Dirty Benches. It's Patty
And JD
from the Old Dirty Benches podcast. Here on our podcast, we like to talk about financial crimes and sometimes, if you're lucky, our menopause belly.
That's right. Patty and I focus our attention on white-collar crimes, or crimes that include insider trading, fraud, tax evasion, bribery, price fixing, and corruption. We might even throw in some of those movie reviews.
So give us a try. See if you like us. And don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more crime after crime.
Sup, Caitlin?
Hey, Cassie.
I sound so happy.
I know. Well, I mean, there's no way we could have known what would be happening today as we recorded this.
Yeah, but just know we're sitting here feeling it, so
I think we'll still be feeling it
for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Should we say what we're feeling?
What are we talking about? What are we feeling, Caitlin? I'm not as eloquent as you, so all I want to do is just rage, and that's not helpful.
Yeah, I feel like I've already received some commentary about, well, there's better ways to channel this. To which I say, I'm going to need you to take several seats unless you have a uterus. And then if you do have one, why do you seem nonplussed?
How are you okay?
How are you okay? Roe v. Wade was nearing 50 years old, cut down in her prime.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's ageist. Is that a thing?
I mean, it would be ageist in a positive way to say that a woman nearly 50 is in her prime.
Oh, no, I meant like to fire her when she's 50. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, you took it in a totally different direction.
Different
yeah,
way.
no, that's valid. Yeah, that's problematic.
So,
all right.
Do you think we should link any like fundraisers or?
Yeah, I think I've already located a couple of things.
Okay.
I've already shared some stuff in our stories about different resources and tips. Yeah. I think you saw that.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll find some things to link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look in the show notes.
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of episodes coming up that are gonna be a little bit interesting. We're actually recording from a hotel again. We totally unplanned. We didn't think that we'd be doing another anniversary special, and we're not. We're,
Right.
Yeah.
Not a haunted hotel this time, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brand new hotel, and the area that we're in, it's very possible that, this is on a Native American burial site or something, but I don't think so. I haven't gotten any spooky vibes here whatsoever.
Oh, good.
But yeah, no, my apartment is just currently a construction site. Chris and I came home to our apartment and we found standing water in our bathroom and a growing hole in our ceiling. It's quite an adventure. So we're in a hotel right now because the commercial fan that they had in the space trying to dry our apartment was quite untenable. And we wouldn't have had a bathroom for... That was Tuesday. We wouldn't have had a bathroom in our unit this whole time. And then now they've got a commercial HEPA filter device in there. They're filtering
Whatever they're doing in there.
So yeah.
Man.
Hopefully that's going to be fixed in a few days. I don't know where we will be recording next. And honestly, how exciting for all of us.
Yeah, totally. It's an adventure.
Yeah, variety is the spice of life.
Mm-hmm.
I've really enjoyed lugging all of our podcasting equipment and, a week's worth of clothes up the 2 flights of stairs to our room. It's been a blast. So,
Man. Well,
what a week.
everyone send Caitlin and Chris their witchy vibes for their bathroom to be fixed in a timely manner.
Yeah, they told us a week. That was cute.
Wasn't that like a week ago?
Sure was. Almost a week. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's definitely not going to be done in a week. They still have a little time on the clock, but I think we're looking at closer to 2 weeks. So,
Jeez.
like I said, where we record next, anyone's guess. So, stay tuned for that because it could really get wild.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, Caitlin, since we're on the topic of destruction, sort of. Destruction/construction.
Yeah. Yeah.
How prepared do you feel for a zombie apocalypse?
In this moment,
Yeah, like right now, how prepared are you?
I don't love our chances, if I'm being honest. It's not great. I feel like a hotel is not where you want to be.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
So that's awesome.
But if you live in the Portland area, in or around, you might be in luck.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's looking up here.
I mean, something.
Something has to go right. I'm going to tell you why, but first I want to kind of go over the origins of everyone's favorite monster, the zombie.
Everyone's favorite? I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I feel like I beg to differ.
It's everyone's favorite.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay. I'm just piping down over here.
Shut up. So, what are zombies? You're like,
Are you going to tell me?
Do I need to answer?
I'm hanging on her every word.
I
I need
think
to be prepared.
Yeah, you do need to be prepared, and I will give you all of the info. Well, I'll give you some info.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if I'll give you
guys.
all the info you need, but
Okay.
I think most of us know them as a corpse brought back to life by some sort of disease or maybe supernatural means. They are no longer human. They are monsters that will eat your brains.
Yeah.
Sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sums it up quite nicely.
But that's definitely not how they started out.
What?
Yeah. The concept of zombies came from West African slaves that were brought to Haiti in the 17th century. A voodoo sorcerer, aka a Bokor, is how there was a. She heard me trying to play the pronunciations of this, and they were all different. So it's spelled Bokor. So
Yeah, that
Folklore.
was all of the pronunciations sounded like entirely different.
yeah, they
words.
were. So if you guys know what the pronunciation is, let me know because I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah. No, I mean, we tried.
We try.
Everyone has a different answer.
So these voodoo sorcerers would either give a living person a potion to turn them into zombies, a poisonous like mixture, or they would use a spell to reanimate a corpse. There is a ton of info about this. And
I bet.
it's like somewhat debated on how they actually made the zombies. So I just wanted to give you both of the ways because I don't know which one is right.
I feel like here in the PNW, if this is where it starts, God forbid, it would be somebody out mushroom picking. They're like foraging for mushrooms and they would
Probably.
find some new weird mushroom and they're like, what is this? Ah, hell, every mushroom is edible once. Right?
Yes. Yes, chef. Aw, that makes me sad.
Pour one out for Dan.
But either way, these zombies weren't ravenous beasts running amok on the town.
Are you sure?
They weren't.
That's what I've been led to believe.
That's what you've been led to believe because white people took it and ran with it. So
course we did.
Yeah, right. These zombies were docile and mindless, doing whatever they were told.
Oh.
So there are many obvious parallels between slaves and zombies here.
Yikes.
The stories really just mirrored the horrific things that were happening at the time. So I just kind of wanted to go over the origins of zombies and acknowledge where they came from, acknowledge the people and the culture that they came from. And honestly, this whole thing is so fascinating. Like, I didn't even scratch the surface here. That was a very surface level description of
Wow.
the origins of zombies. So if you're interested, I'll link some great articles to read. It's so interesting
Yeah, that's wild.
and very sad.
Yeah.
It's very shitty. So I did want to share one more quick thing about the original zombies before we dive into the shenanigans that are today's zombies. But apparently, if you fed these zombies salt, they were free.
What?
Yeah. So I'm like, always a great reason to like keep a little salt packet on you, like for protection, for like witchiness, or in case you need to free a zombie.
Okay.
They were free in the sense that they weren't like let loose. They were still zombies. Like they got their mind back,
Yeah.
their control over their own body back. So
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like how you cure them instead of
Yeah.
shooting them in the brain.
exactly.
Okay.
Maybe they should have tried that in The Walking Dead.
I was just going to say, Corey.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I haven't seen that in so long.
I know, same.
Okay. So is it really possible for a zombie outbreak to occur? According to Caitlin, yeah, mushrooms.
Yeah.
Well, the CDC might think so because they came out with a, quote, zombie preparedness report in 2012.
Well, I mean, stranger things have happened.
It actually broke their website.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Now, what I find most hilarious about this is their statement about it. Quote, if you are generally well equipped to deal with a zombie apocalypse, you will be prepared for a hurricane, pandemic, earthquake, or terrorist attack.
Huh.
Were you though? Were
I
you
mean-
prepared for a pandemic?
What?
It's debatable.
Okay.
That's going to be a lot of. So, Cassie, where is the PNW aspect? Gah,
Yeah, you said Portland was going to be equipped to handle this.
calm down.
Okay.
Calm down, Caitlin. We're there.
Okay.
So, Caitlin actually sent me these fun articles about how Portland is a very good place to be if and when the zombie outbreak happens. The first article she sent me is from Only in Your State. It's a website with a bunch of articles on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get stuff popping up all over the place from that
Yeah.
website.
That's where I get a lot of like my ideas because they don't go into super detail on those articles. They just
Yeah.
kind of give you like a list of things.
It's a jumping off point.
Yes, exactly. It's a springboard, if you will.
Yeah.
So it's called The 9 Best Places to Hide in and Around Portland in the Event of a Zombie Apocalypse. Yes, that is the whole title. It's very long.
It's a lot.
I'll, of course, link the article for y'all. The first one is probably an easy guess. The Shanghai Tunnels.
Oh, duh.
It's still heavily debated if these tunnels even exist. I'll do an episode on it. I know I keep saying it, but it's going to be like a big one. So I want to get it right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that, I mean, I guess you'll have to see what you find. But
Yeah.
that could be more than one episode, too.
I've
It's
pulled-
a commitment.
I've pulled several sources. They're waiting there for me to dive into them. So we'll get there eventually. But if these tunnels do exist and you can find an entrance to them, this would be a great spot, especially if they have like passages to other buildings,
Yeah.
which they're rumored to do. So you can like use the tunnels to travel and like pop in, get supplies, pop back down in the tunnels.
Absolutely.
Although I'm not like super convinced that whatever's already in the tunnels is worse than zombies, but you know, who knows? She's like,
Yeah.
ghosts or zombies, pick one.
Yeah. I don't know.
I always love her face during this.
I
It's so
just,
funny.
there could be spiders. Not really, not my cup of tea. Rats.
Have you seen The Descent?
What's that?
Oh, it's a scary movie.
Oh, well,
It's like they-
you should have answered your own question with the second half, then, shouldn't you?
There's like people like who live down in the dark like caves and they turn
Mole
into
people.
yeah, they're like mole people.
No.
They're all like all white, they can't see. They're like all
No, thank you.
I'm doing weird stuff with my arms, but
Yeah, I mean, I can confirm that is weird.
yeah. All right, are you ready for the next
I mean,
spot?
probably
Ross Island.
Ross Island. Okay,
Yeah.
See, I feel like Shanghai tunnels. I probably would have gotten there in my head, but I wasn't sure if this is going to be like specific locations or like
Some of them are.
neighborhoods or. Okay.
It's kind of a mix.
Okay.
And I was going to kind of explain where all of these things were, but I think it's best to just like probably make a map because it'll take me less time than explaining where each location is.
Yeah, it's in Portland.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's in Portland.
That's all you need to know.
What makes this a great safe spot is that you can only get there by boat or swimming, apparently.
Do zombies swim?
See, so as long as these real life zombies have the same traits as the fictional zombies, aka not being great swimmers, you can make yourself a nice little home living here off the land, I think.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
We just have to like really hope that they're slow, unable to swim type of zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're really banking on that because then once you're there, you're sort of backed into a corner.
Yeah, like what if they could swim and you're just like, oh, we're on this island and they're
Shit.
surrounding us. So
Does
oops.
anyone in this group by chance have access to a helicopter?
Maybe that's a good just get in a helicopter.
Yeah. Just wait it out.
But then I'm kind of just like picturing the Walking Dead world where everyone is out to kill everyone else. And this
Yeah.
island might be like a war zone, like fought over land.
I would think at some point that is what develops
Yeah.
when
'Cause
society
people suck.
collapses. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, when society collapses, it's, every man for himself.
Can't
And
just work together. I mean, no.
no.
The third one is tree houses.
Oh, yes. That makes sense.
Yeah. Assuming zombies can't climb trees.
Okay. I feel like, is anywhere safe? I mean,
Not really. I mean, we're doing the best we can here.
okay. We're just making some assumptions and we cross our fingers and we hope for the best.
Because I do see quite a bit of tree houses here. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like nice ones too sometimes.
Like an actual house.
Yeah, they look like real houses. And the one in the picture on the article has like a satellite dish.
Get out of
So they
here.
must have like a TV in there and like
Yeah.
all of the things. So
I mean, there are some that you can Airbnb because they legitimately are like a little guest house.
yeah, that
So-
was like my next question is, do we have those like treehouse hotels here?
I don't know about hotels, but we definitely have like individual. I think they're very like far and few and in between, but
Yeah.
we have, I mean, something similar.
Oh, that also just gave me like a really good thought of another place to hide that's not on the list.
Ooh.
What about those like zip lining places? You can just like live in the trees and like zip line from tree to tree.
That is really, I mean, that takes it to another level.
Yeah.
They probably have really mainly just like a really small platform that you're on, but like,
You can build it out into a tree house.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
that's the option.
I'm down.
Or those fire lookouts.
Yeah.
Basically a tree house.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is also assuming they're not like those World War Z zombies, because those were fucking scary. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
They like climb on each other. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
No, thank
don't
you.
like that.
That like really got me.
we would be fucked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when they do that, when they were like stacking like that, the way they were moving was very much like bugs.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets like that
Ooh.
weird part of my lizard brain that's like, "Ah."
Yeah, I don't like that movie. I saw it once and that was it.
Oh, I've seen that like a few times.
Oh, I am not good with stressful movies. And that movie is very stressful. There's like a plane crash. Don't they crash?
Yeah.
I can't. No,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's so funny. I'm like, okay, as long as there's nothing that I can. To me, a plane crash is like, yeah, that could happen to anyone. But also, I'm thinking there's certain things in like these extreme circumstances that you can do to like come out with the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
Whereas like a ghost is like, I don't give a fuck about your plans. You
That's
know?
true.
Just like exorcism and chill.
Yeah. But I can handle that.
Oh,
I can't handle stressful. Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Like disaster movies are not my thing. Not my thing.
Oh my God.
Because I'm also like, do you know how much that would cost to rebuild?
That is so funny. That is literally the last thing I would have guessed was about to come out of your mouth.
That's so funny.
That
Yep.
is insane.
You know, little tidbits about me. There you
Yeah.
go.
We are learning so much today.
Okay, what's the next one? Fourth on the list is an old military bunker in Kelly Butte Natural Area.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't
but
either.
We might have to go where, I guess it's around Portland.
Yeah,
We can
it's
go there
supposed to
and
be.
check it out.
But apparently it's buried. So you'll have to start making really close friends with like some construction crews if you want to dig it out.
But like if you dig it out, that kind of defeats the purpose also.
I think the point is that it's a bunker, so you can like
So you'd have to excavate to a certain level and then gain access and put in like some sort of a hatch or whatever. It's just the
Something,
bunker
yeah.
that's existing or
there'd
whatever.
be work involved with it, but you know, you have time because you can't go to work.
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, you got to want it.
yeah, you gotta want to live. Up next is Ape Cave in Mount St. Helens.
Oh. Okay.
Which is not like super close to Portland, but it's like we're talking about like the general area here. So
Yeah.
honestly, there is so many caves just like in the PNW in Oregon. So you can like pick any cave, I want to say.
I wonder if there was a specific set of criteria that they had for that cave versus others.
So this cave, it said because it has one or two entrances, but I feel like most caves only have a couple entrances.
Yeah, I don't think there's like mother-in-law quarters and like side
Yeah.
doors. Yeah.
We can build them
Okay.
inside. We can just go back to our caveman days.
Yeah.
Do you know how to make fire? because I'm really bad at it.
Oh, I'm really good at it.
Oh, good.
I'm the fire tender.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, I love to sit there and fuck with it and play with it. So I'll be the fire mender.
That is terrifying.
It's soothing. It's a part of like the natural world.
Her eyes got really crazy. I really like to play with fire.
No, there's something that's like really soothing about just being in like a very lush green space near water or when you're tending like a campfire.
Yeah.
Tell me you're from the PNW without telling me you're from the PNW.
But can you start a fire from nothing? From just sticks?
From just sticks, I feel like I would look into what like the best ways are because I wasn't a Boy Scout or
Yeah.
anything or a Girl Scout.
No scouting.
I don't know which one of the scouts or if it's both of them that they teach you that, but I do some research on the best method to be sure. But I'm one of those people that has the determination because I enjoy a good campfire. So I'd be highly motivated.
Yeah. We'll make you the fire girl.
Yeah, I got this. Moving on.
Moving on. 6th up on the list is Mount Hood.
Okay.
I had some thoughts about it too. So
Okay.
my first opinion was I'm not sure if I 100% agree with this one. I mean, you'd need a shit ton of supplies to survive up there, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the dangers, like with the weather, are way more deadly than zombies.
Yeah. It's a totally different climate, really,
Yeah.
than just here right around Portland, the metro area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it could be like an even match, die on the mountain or die getting eaten alive. I mean, it's up to you, really.
It just really depends. It comes down to preparation.
Yeah.
Did you prepare to escape to Mount Hood? Because then, perfect.
That's true. If
But-
you have experience up there, you might be better off.
Chris would probably say, yeah, let's go to Mount Hood.
I'm not a mountain person.
Yeah.
I like the mountains from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like the mountains from in front of the campfire at the lodge.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
where I like the mountains.
Where it can be warm.
Yeah.
Also, I guess what's stopping the zombies from climbing the mountain, I guess maybe they don't have snowshoes and they'll get stuck in the snow.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I fully understand the logic on this one. I think maybe there's like certain points that they were trying to make with some of these locations that like maybe we're just not seeing it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what people think when they chime in on this.
Yeah. Also, if if mountains are your jam, there's a ton of mountains in the PNW too. So
Yeah.
you have your pick of all the mountains.
All of them.
All
Any
of
of them.
7th on the list is Savi's Island.
Okay, when you said Ross Island, I was like, well, what about Salvis?
Yeah. Which is another island here, and it's in Portland too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like out, like way on the far end. I don't think people think of that as being Portland, maybe,
Yeah.
but
But I think it is.
but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is one road to get onto the island, but there's just one. So I feel like you can barricade it really well
Mhm.
and like make it so the zombies can't get through.
Yeah.
Or
Just like a
like-
stick of dynamite, you know?
I literally
shit.
wrote dynamite.
Well,
How crazy.
Well, just edit me out saying that.
No,
Do your thing.
no way. I like it. It's natural.
Okay.
So yeah, the next thing I wrote was, or maybe some dynamite to blow shit up. I don't know. Is dynamite still a thing?
Okay, I feel like in this episode, you guys are getting a very different picture of me. And I just want to say that hopefully you guys will vouch for me when I get added to the FBI watch list after this and they come and take me away. Because I said some things about fire, okay, but it's just soothing. The dynamite, I mean, I feel like any logical person would come to that
You
conclusion.
were really enthusiastic about the dynamite, though. You're like, yeah, dynamite.
I know, but like how often in life do you have the opportunity to like blow shit up and it's not only
Yeah.
not destructive because it actually aids in a purpose for preserving life.
Exactly. Yep.
That is the tits.
How funny is it though that we both thought about dynamite? Like that is so funny. I love us. They also mention a lighthouse called Warrior Point on the island.
Oh, okay.
Which
that's
has,
like extra.
Yeah, it's extra. It has like a good lookout view. I'm picturing like a good guard station, command central, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That also makes me think the beach might be good too. Because like cliffs and hidey holes and lighthouses and things. That might be good.
Well, and if you can, gain access to one, I would think the coast would be great just because if the land is overrun, you can take a little cruise for a couple days until things die down.
Just go a little boating, in the terrifying ocean, but it's fine.
Just, you're going on the next 3-hour tour with Gilligan and...
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because the next thing is the Portland Spirit.
Aww.
Which is a boat, you guys. A lot of you might not know that. What is it? Is it like a cruise? It's not like a cruise ship.
They do. Well, they do like a dinner cruise or like different types of like event, with like different themes and
they just cruise up and down the river.
Yeah. Between like Portland and Vancouver.
You guys, I've lived here my entire life, okay? And I don't know the names of the rivers.
I can only think that it would be the Willamette. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Well, so the Willamette is like if you go to like downtown Portland.
The Willamette.
I've heard it said, I have to just stop reading things that the author like isn't from the Pacific Northwest. Like if you're going to talk about the Willamette Valley, for the love of fuck,
It's the Willamette.
The Willamette. Oh, I like that. The Willamette.
Willamette. Anyway, we got way off track there. What were you saying?
We really did. So the Willamette is the river when you go downtown right there at like the Southwest waterfront.
Yeah.
Okay. Hawthorne and all of the bridges.
She's just name dropping now.
Yeah.
Just show off.
Hey, you guys. So like I've been a few places.
She's been around town. You know what I mean? Moving on.
Well, that reminds me though. Do you remember after we went to the Halsey concert, we went to that little hole in the wall bar and I was telling you guys, oh yeah, like I've only ever literally been in the parking lot of this place. And Chris goes, there's nowhere we can go that you haven't already been. And I'm like, there's a ton of places I haven't been. That is not at all accurate.
I'll make you a list, honey.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I know, I was cracking up.
So I feel like any boat really would be a good option. So now I'm like planning in my head, okay, I need to buy a boat. I need to fill it with gas and supplies and get like all prepped. Because I feel like that would be my escape route, would be a boat, even though I don't like boats and I get like really seasick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
But I feel like if you get a boat, you fill it up, you get it prepped, doomsday prep your boat, hope no one steals it.
Yeah.
That's a good option. You can live pretty comfortably.
I think that this is just a further expansion of my idea, which was to buy a home that also has a mother-in-law quarters. And it just becomes the headquarters of our podcast and the LLC. And then we have a boat. It's a business expense.
Yeah. We should build an underground bunker.
Yeah.
We should start digging tunnels. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys, we're giving away all of our plans. Yeah. We need to stop.
Options A, B, and C.
Last is actually the first thing I thought of when you sent me this article before I even read it. A bridge.
A bridge?
There's a bazillion to choose from in Portland. Either barricade the ends of the bridge and like live in the middle.
Okay.
Or I was thinking maybe one of those lift bridges. You can just lift that sucker up and live up there. Oh. If they can't like climb, if the zombies can't climb up there.
I don't know.
Grease it up. So if they try to climb, they just fall down.
Yeah, I feel like there are some logistical challenges, but I feel like it's not without merit.
Yeah. I was thinking we definitely have to learn how to operate the lift.
Yeah.
before we go that route. So if there's any bridge people listening and want to teach us how to lift the bridge,
Bridge people.
let us know. Email us, pnwhansenhomicides@gmail.com.
Yeah. So tell me, in this scenario, do the bridge people hang out with like the bridge troll, or are they like they're not friends?
They're separate. They're not
Okay.
friends.
They're like
because
frenemies.
The bridge troll thinks that they own the bridge, but
Okay.
they don't.
Yeah.
And the bridge people operate and take care of the bridge because
Okay.
it's their bridge. It's
Got
our
it.
bridge.
I mean, I think that makes sense.
Tell us, did that make any sense?
Our capability to just be like deadpan about something ridiculous, but
so
for
funny.
only like 10 seconds. And then we just like look at each other for a little too long and just break out into giggles.
It's hard not to giggle.
It's part of the magic, honestly.
So the other article Caitlin sent me is an Oregon Live article called Why Portland is Better Prepared for the Zombie Apocalypse Than You Might Think. So they say, quote, a website called Find the Home has ranked American cities and countries by their likely zombie apocalypse survival rate based on a combination of 3 factors: resources, defense, and demographics, end quote.
Okay.
So I could not find the website. The link didn't work anymore for Find the Home.
Oh, boo.
I know. I was like, I really want to go on there and like
Yeah.
read everything because that sounds so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see like an equivalent website.
Yeah.
So,
But I think that
bummer.
based on the 3 factors that they have listed, I like our chances.
yeah, they do too.
Especially in Portland, but in general in the US broadly compared to other countries where they're like in much closer quarters.
Yeah. They go on to explain that although the Portland area doesn't have a high defense or resource score, the young demographic and the level of outdoor survival education people have here boosts the ranking quite a bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good thing.
Yeah. It's that REI,
Yeah,
membership
totally.
that's really
Yeah.
putting us over the top.
We would have to hit an REI, I think, before we set out on our journey to hide from the zombies.
Do you think so? I think that we have almost everything that we might need for a short zombie apocalypse in our storage unit.
Okay.
And or in our apartment.
Good to know.
Chris and I both have an REI membership.
So head to your house.
Yeah.
There's also many great water sources. And as you go out further from the city, the land can be quite rugged.
Very rugged.
Yeah.
Also, I have a life straw. I was not kidding about the REI membership.
Ooh. What's a life straw?
Good question, Cassie.
Good question. No stupid questions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something that you would use if you were doing, more backpacking style of camping. So you basically take it and you can take like dirty swamp water and you can make it drinkable.
Ew.
Yeah. I mean, it
don't-
might not taste great, but it'll be safe to drink.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We can
It's
bring like little packets of like the flavoring
Yeah.
stuff, like the liquid IVs and stuff. We'll
There you
stock
go.
up on those.
Perfect.
So the rugged land could be a major benefit to the living, especially if you're an experienced hiker. You got some good hiking shoes. I can just see the zombies like stumbling around and falling in holes and like off
Oh, yeah.
cliffs and shit.
Definitely.
So yeah, if you're good at hiking and stuff, which I feel like I'm pretty good at it, but I'm also really good at like rolling my ankles. So
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
yeah,
Yeah.
I might be the one that you just rely on to fall while you run away.
Right. You don't have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than your friend, right? Isn't that how that goes?
Yeah. And I would be the one to fall. So I'm an asset. Keep me around as long as you can.
And in this case, you guys, in case it was lost on you, the bear is not a bear.
It's not a bear.
The bear is a metaphor for zombies.
What if it's a zombie bear?
Oh, no, I don't like that. I don't like it when they start doing animal zombies.
Yeah, those are creepy.
That really fucks with my psyche. I don't care for that. No, thank you, please.
Another cool thing they mention is that Boise scores even higher than Portland. I think they said it broke the top 10. I wasn't sure what number, but they're only 400 miles away. So we just got to hike it on over there.
Yeah.
Or, if we find a car, get some gas. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would take the zombie apocalypse for you to find me hanging out in Boise.
Yeah.
But,
maybe not right now.
Yeah.
So now I have some fun things, not from any of the articles, but I just went and searched for a bunch of zombie shit from the PNW.
Yeah.
So I have some fun things now. To help you prep for the zombie apocalypse, you can join a zombie walk. You can practice, dressing up like a zombie, being a zombie to blend in, or you can practice running from them too.
Okay.
Yeah, great thing to do.
All right. Yeah. Very method actor style of.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
You can practice staying alert by going to Zombie Coffee in Gladstone.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Well, no, I haven't, but it came up in a book that we'll be reviewing.
Oh, interesting.
I finished the book.
Okay.
You haven't listened to it. I can tell by the look on your face. Yeah, okay. It was really good.
Zombie Coffee's in it? Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Their building is so cute. It's got bloody handprints all over it. And their slogan is waking the dead. So cute. It's also extremely important that you have a full belly when this apocalypse happens because you don't know when when you're going to get your next meal, right?
Yeah.
So head down to Pastrami Zombie. It's a food truck in Lebanon, Oregon.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's a part of the sandwich food trucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. They know their way around a sandwich.
Sandwich. It's also spelled sandwich,
Sandwich.
two M's. Yeah. If you happen to be a youth, a youth.
What do the youths say?
Yeah. Trackers PDX has a zombie survival, stealth archery, and wilderness survival program.
Oh.
Which sounds amazing.
Oh my glob. Okay, so I have a birthday coming up.
But
and
you're
so
not a
does
youth.
Cassie. Listen, I'm the same height as all of the youngest enrollees. I feel like
we could put some pigtails on you, maybe some fake braces. You could probably pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see one for adults, which honestly I'm really salty about because this sounds really, really fun. So if anyone's listening and they want to make an adult one, let us know.
Yeah. If you could get on that would be super.
Yeah. Because there's one particular thing on their list of things that you'll learn at this program. And I just have to talk about it. So they say, quote, master bird language, how their alarms help you pinpoint zombies in the forest.
Yes.
Doesn't that sound amazing?
Shit. Yeah.
I'd need to take this class. They also mention knife throwing, and I'm just not sure you want your kids living with you after they come back. So why is this a kid thing? They need to make one for adults.
I mean, guys, if there's one thing that we've learned from many of my segments, it's that in true crime stories, often the parents don't make it.
Oh, no. Yeah, watch out.
I don't think I've covered any of the really big ones that, their parents were their, first victims, but
it's so terrible.
It's a pretty common theme.
Oh, man. Well, if you're unfortunate enough to be a grown-ass adult, you can go to Seattle's Ninja Escape and do their trapped in a room with a zombie escape room.
Fuck yes.
That sounds fun.
OMG.
Yeah.
And we're just itching for a good excuse for a trip to Seattle.
Yeah, totally. I love Seattle. I love
Or a day.
escape rooms.
Or a
Take
day.
me. As far as I can tell, this is still open. Portland escape rooms used to have one, and it looked like people really liked it from the reviews, but it's closed. So,
Well,
like, that room is closed. They're still
why?
open, but I think they kind of just like redo
they
rooms.
cycle.
Yeah, so maybe they'll bring it back. Who knows?
So, if we just like maybe tag them in the show notes and our social
Maybe.
media post and we just like, grovel.
Yeah. Well, I have one more we can grovel to as well.
Perfect.
There's this really cool place called Oregon Airsoft Arena.
Is that like zombie paintball?
So the Airsoft Arena is like paintball, laser tag, I'm sure like airsoft guns and things. They have all kinds of stuff, but they did have a zombie experience where you could like go in and shoot the zombies, and they don't have it anymore. And I'm like, why
What?
would you get rid of that? Maybe it's like a seasonal thing, but I didn't see anything on their website that said.
Listen, there is no zombie season. We never know when it could happen.
We need to be prepared. So I think they should bring it back. I think we should call these places and protest. We want more zombies and we want them now.
Yeah, it's my money and I need it now.
Like, come on, Portland. We got this. We're great at protesting.
Yeah, come on, guys.
So speaking of protesting, at the 2021 Oregon Short Film Festival, what's a festival?
Festival.
At the 2021 Oregon Short Film Festival, the winner for Best Horror Film was Zombie Walk, directed by Roland Stafford of Oregon.
Of Oregon?
Oregon. The description on their website reads, quote, "A guy takes a zombie for a walk through post-apocalyptic downtown Portland, Oregon. The purpose of the movie was to show how downtown Portland, Oregon has transformed since the COVID-19 outbreak in March and the Black Lives Matter protests in May 2020.
Oh,
Isn't that interesting?
quite a film, I bet.
There's a little like trailer on there too. It actually looks pretty cute. Like this guy is like taking his zombie like pet for a walk.
Oh, okay. So it's like cute. It's not.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
scary. I guess maybe it gets scary. I don't know. It won Best Horror Film, so
I feel like
I
feel like it probably gets scary.
I
Then.
need to watch it. I really want to watch it. Okay. Also, did you know that in 2015 they did a dance tribute to Thriller in Portland?
What?
A big group of people dressed like zombies all did Thriller.
Get out of here. Do we just not remember that?
I feel like I would remember that. It was in 2015. It wasn't like it was,
Yeah.
I guess that was kind of a long time. 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but that
It's been
sounds
a minute.
awesome. The shows are put on by a group called Thrill the World. They do them in other cities too to raise money for charity.
Okay.
Yeah. And it says on their website that their registration is open for 2022.
But where is it supposed to be in Portland?
Yeah,
again?
they do. So you
Okay.
can go on and pick like whatever city. They have a whole list. I didn't see any of the
Okay, I'm
dates
a
yet.
dum-dum, so
They're doing one in Portland. I wrote Poland. That's not right. They're doing one in Portland and Seattle. I didn't see the dates yet, but if you want to go on and look, I'll link the website. You can also just go and they have a bunch of YouTube videos to learn the dance if you want to. Yeah,
That is something.
that would be cool. I've kind of always wanted to learn it. Just one last thing I want to say before we get into the tarot. You guys, we don't all have to be against each other in a zombie apocalypse. If we just work together, I feel like humanity can survive and like be nice and like thriving. Or hopefully we can just gather a large enough group of the good guys to like win. So creepy people, this is a call to action. We need to find a meeting place where we all can meet and be on each other's team.
Yeah.
One of these spots, maybe. If you have another idea, let us know.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like in this moment, I feel like on a day where we're living in a world in the best of circumstances, doesn't seem like we're really working as a team here
Yeah.
in this country.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's an idea. Let's come up with a plan.
Maybe what the world needs is a zombie apocalypse for us to just start fucking working together. Well, you all can also help us remember some of the stuff we talked about in this episode because neither of us have the best memory. So
No, it's
we're going
not
to
great.
need your help.
I literally forget everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was holding a tray in the hallway at the hotel, and Chris was saying something about the tray, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot I was holding this. The tray that you're literally talking about.
Just holding it.
Yeah. That whole object permanence thing. It is
Oh, man.
doozy.
Well, tarot.
Ta-ra.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Is that some
The-
sort of sign? Holy guacamole.
Okay.
We don't like those cards together.
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
shuffle those right in.
Bye.
Okay, bye. The Devil and the Tower, for those of you audio only.
Yeah, I split the deck to shuffle it, and on each bottom was the devil in the tower.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So we are doing a tarot reading for the zombie apocalypse.
I mean, no pressure or anything.
No press, no press.
No pressure, no pressure.
Zombies. I wanted to use my Nightmare Before Christmas deck because, it's kind of creepy. There might be a zombie in the deck. But literally every time we do one of these where I'm like, oh, we might actually get the thing we're talking about. Like Bandage Man, there's a mummy in the deck. There's zombies in the deck. I forget the cards. So
What are you going to do?
it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
mean,
fine. It's fine.
we are recording on location,
Yeah.
except not, and it's unexpected, and so here we are. But we're doing the tarot read and the video, even though the insurmountable odds. But
Okay.
I feel like this is fitting though, because Paul just got his package, and he got his opportunity to do his very first reading. And I gotta say, the time that his deck, because we got him this same one, the time that it spent in my house, it clearly picked up on something. That or Paul is also a witch.
I think both.
Probably both.
You should head on over to Disturbingly Pragmatic and listen to it's their most recent.
It is,
episode?
episode 92.
Yeah, they had a pretty spot on, interesting tarot read. So
They did, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I took some pictures of that particular card, so if we end up connecting with them on Zoom later today, I'll have to ask if they want us to share that.
Yeah. Ready?
Sure.
Oh, okay. It's the hanged one upside down again. All right.
What?
I always say upside down in reverse.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Maybe
either
back
way
here.
is technically correct, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just one we've gotten before. We keep getting the same cards. It's fine. This is the one we got for the leprechaun.
Yeah, it
episode.
is. But did we have it in the reverse
Yeah.
for the leprechaun? We
Yeah, because I
did?
remember I was
Oh my
confused
gosh.
and I was like, why are the words upside down? I can't read them. Because I thought she was standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Okay. Now I remember that, I think. Our keywords are letting go, surrender, seeing things from a different perspective, sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
The hanged man usually hangs upside down by one leg, although this doesn't seem to bother him. He appears quite nonchalant, nonplussed, if you will.
Oh,
In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, he's suspended from the branch of a tree, which may represent the tree of life or the world tree.
interesting. Okay.
When this card appears in a reading, it can mean surrendering to a situation, letting go of old patterns or attitudes. You're ready to make sacrifices in order to be true to yourself. Something may have turned your world upside down. But now you have an opportunity to see things from a different perspective.
That's like kind of what I was saying in the episode. Maybe we need a zombie apocalypse to like help us come together.
Maybe. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there is two extra excerpts in this. So there's a quote. He hangs upside down, partly because he has turned around society's values, and partly because of the yogic and alchemical practice. I'm going to go with
Alchemical.
practice of reversing the body to allow energy to travel down from the base of the spine to the brain, the unconscious made conscious.
Whoa. That was kind of weird.
I was like, how is this card going to possibly relate to both leprechauns and zombies?
Yeah. Is this the one we got for leprechauns?
I think you're right.
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like you're right because
Whatever.
I feel like in the card, it's red pants.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was something specifically in the episode that we talked about
them wearing red. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting because the unconscious would be like, you know, the zombies, like we talked about. And then it talked about brain. It said brains.
Yeah. Okay.
Brains. No.
Odin, the hanged man. We see a connection between the hanged man and the Norse god Odin, who hung on the great tree, word I cannot pronounce, for 9 days, during which he gained the wisdom of the runes.
Interesting. Okay.
Some Taoists see the hanged man as representing self-sacrifice and martyrdom.
Wow. See, that would be me in the zombie apocalypse. I will trip and fall so that you can live. That is my purpose.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. I've come to
You've
terms.
made your peace
I'm
with
like
it.
sitting here holding my chest. I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
They even link it with the crucifixion and connect the tree with the cross.
Ooh.
Interesting. A religious aspect.
Yeah.
Others view it as voluntary surrender to the process of achieving enlightenment. So a reversed interpretation. You're at a crossroads but can't make a decision. You're just swinging in the breeze. So you can't decide between Mount Hood and Sabi's Island, I guess.
Yeah.
To move forward, you must spend time in spiritual development, but you may not be willing to do that because there's zombies chasing you.
Well, you know.
Perhaps you're not paying attention to your real needs, and this is causing frustration and also zombie bites. Ask yourself a few questions. Are you sacrificing some part of yourself unnecessarily or refusing to sacrifice what really needs to go?
Is that saying like we need to plan what we're going to take?
I
Like
think
what we
so,
can leave
probably.
behind, what we need to
Pack
take.
light.
Yeah.
Are you unable to see a matter clearly? Are you hung up about something? Are you being true to yourself? Which self? Like the living self or the
Yeah.
undead self?
I don't know.
In a reading about money, this card can mean you're clinging to materialistic ideas when you really should work on spiritual development. Sometimes the hanged man reversed warns you could be headed for a loss if you don't willingly let go of the past.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Okay. If the reading is about your work, you may feel tied to a job you don't like or that's going nowhere because you're unwilling to make a change. Or you may lack direction or motivation. Instead of seeking the work that's right for you, you're just hanging out.
Yeah. So like get to work planning, making friends like with the bridge people, the construction people. Yeah, totally just make your apocalypse plan. I think it's trying to tell us.
Yeah. I was thinking, I mean, I know it's pretty cliche, but thinking back to The Walking Dead when they were living in that prison. And there was so much time where they're kind of just hanging out and literally just trying to hold on to that space.
Yeah.
And they were trying to rebuild their old way of life.
Yeah. Can't do it. You got to let that shit go. It's going to be a new world where we hopefully work together, creepy people. It's us.
In a reading about love, you may cling to a relationship you've outgrown instead of making a change, or you're hung up on someone who doesn't return your affection.
Like if your partner turned into a zombie and you did not.
I was going to say, is this just the plot of that other romantic comedy
Warm
zombie
Bodies?
movie? Yeah. Perhaps you're unwilling to sacrifice a habit or behavior for the good of the relationship, like perhaps eating brains, feasting on the living. Oh, this is interesting. So there's actually an extra excerpt. It's super short here at the bottom. You are that which you are seeking. Saint Francis of Assisi.
You are that which you were seeking.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In relation to a zombie apocalypse, you're, I guess, seeking, just spitballing here, safety, security,
A group of good
to remain
people.
living
Yeah.
in general.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Interesting.
I like that.
I mean, you want to stay alive, you are alive, I guess, in a very literal sense.
Yeah.
At minimum, that it checks out for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, the card is in a tree, and we talked about tree houses and like zip lining. So I think that was kind of a clue
Maybe
on what we should do. I don't see any water.
Dude, it's
on
the
this
zip
card.
lining plan.
Yeah, I think that's the tree house zip lining. We just
Yeah.
build a society in
All
the
right.
trees. I'm gonna have to get over the fear of heights.
Oh, shit.
That
yeah.
might be a problem.
It's going to be a real problem.
But I also don't like to be like eaten or
Yeah.
like bit, you know?
Yeah, biting, generally being feasted on by the undead.
Yeah, it's just not my idea of a great time. So
Yeah. I mean, they're less than ideal outcomes, I would
Yeah.
say.
do you have any other thoughts about the card? The number is 7, yeah?
This is number 12.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a V. It's an X. I literally can't see.
I know, I was going to say, you're very definitely recovering from your LASIK.
That's an X, not a V. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
12.
not that dumb. Oh.
Card number 12. 12 years of the month.
What?
Well, because it was talking about, okay, he's suspended from the branch, which may represent the tree of life or the world tree. I was just thinking about in relation to like the passage of time in the sense of a human construct.
Okay.
12 months in the year.
See, you said 12 years in the month.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
That's just ADHD.
That was just the wrong thing.
That was cute.
That's cool, though, that you went back and read that because it did say the tree of life where you're going to live is in the tree. We solved it.
Okay. Well,
I'm pretty
there you have
confident.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I feel like, do we not get very clear signs
Yeah.
typically?
We did ask, like we did say we needed to find a meeting spot. So
Okay.
we'll scope out the tree houses and the zip lining and we'll come up with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or we're taking suggestions. We're happy
That's true.
to vet those
And
a
it's
little bit.
only staying between us creepy people.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets to know our awesome location.
Right.
So keep
Right.
it to yourself. All right.
Okay.
Have a creepy ass day. See you next Tuesday. Unless
hope.
there's a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. And then, we'll just see what happens.
We'll meet you at our spot.
Yeah. Whatever that is. So, for all of you that are listening, if you have any true crime or paranormal stories that you want us to share, maybe with the whole Pacific Northwest.
Yes, we would love to read them on the pod.
Yes, we will read them out loud.
Not just in our heads.
Yes. They don't have to be from the Pacific Northwest if you would like to share. Email us at
pnwhauntsandhomicides@gmail.com. It's all spelled out, no special characters. Super duper easy peasy.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Same thing as the email at PNW Haunts and Homicides, all spelled out, no special characters. Please also rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening to, and check out our stories on social media because our meme game is hot.
Agreed.
And if you agree, like Caitlin, you can also find us on Patreon and support the show.
Bitchin'.
This cave, it just said there's only like 1 or 2 entrances, which I feel like any cave is only gonna have.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That was very loud. What is that sound? It's still going.
What the
Oh my god.